Hello, welcome to Linda's Take. Today we are going to look at PowerPoint and how you can make a presentation using PowerPoint. First thing that we need to do is open up PowerPoint on our computer. Now we want to select a design for our presentation. So we're going to come up here to the Design tab. There's all these different designs that we can choose from. I'm going to come down here to the badge design and select that. You'll notice next to the designs you have variants that you can choose from. Now the variants will vary depending on the design you have selected. I'm going to choose this green one here. I'm going to close this Design Ideas tab. We'll talk about that later on. Right now, I'm ready to enter a title in my presentation. So I'm just going to click where it says click to add title, and it's automatically going to format the font for me. So I'm going to do a presentation on That's What I Know. Now this particular design, when you have the title, it automatically makes it uppercase. So even though I wasn't using uppercase on my keyboard, you can see on my slide the text is uppercase. Down here, in my click to add subtitle, I can type in my name. And again, everything is in cap, even though I wasn't using the all cap on my keyboard. Now that I have my title made, I want to go ahead and save my presentation. So I'm going to come up to the File tab and do a Save As. And I always do Save As so I know where I'm saving it to. I'm going to select Browse. And I'm going to put it up here on my desktop. Just so I can find it later. And I'm going to call it Linda's Take, That's What I Know. Now that I have my presentation saved, I'm ready to go to my second slide. So I'm going to come up here to the Home tab. And right here is where my new slide is at. You can see I have different choices that I can choose from. Now these slide choices will change when you have a different design theme on your presentation. For mine right now, I'm going to choose this to Content. And up here where it says click to add title, I'm going to talk about cooking cupcakes. Now you can see I have two placeholders. It's what these boxes are on your slides. They're referred to as placeholders, and that's where you can just add your text, or you have these icons in the middle. You can add a table, a chart, some SmartArt, a 3D model, some pictures, some images, a video, and even an icon. You can automatically just click on one of those little pictures there to add more information. I'm going to click where it says click to add text, and you can see I have a little bullet point there. And I'm going to ask a question. What is a cupcake? And I'm going to hit my Enter key. I'm going to insert the definition of a cupcake. But since I'm answering the first question, I want to move my bullet point over. So what is a cupcake is in the first position. I want to take my second line and have it go to the second. So I'm going to just hit my Tab key, and it's going to move it over, and it's even going to make my text just a little bit smaller here. I've entered a definition for my cupcake here, and you can see in my third paragraph down here, I've moved it over to a third position, but I don't want a bullet point on this last position. So I can come up here in my paragraph grouping and can select bullets, and I can say none, and it'll just have it there as text. I also want to make this a little bit larger, so I'm going to highlight it. And over here in the font grouping, I've got my big A and little a here. I'm going to increase my font 1 time. Now over here on the right side of my slide, I'm going to add a picture. So I'm going to click down here where it says Pictures. And I'm going to find my cupcake pictures. And I want this second one here and say Insert. And you can see it automatically resizes it to fit my space there. It also has the alt text already entered. And remember, the alt text is for people who are visually impaired. So if they have a screen reader reading the presentation to them, it will tell them what the picture is showing. If you don't have alt text already entered, you can come up here. Once you have your picture selected, select alt text, and you can put it in here. In Office 365, you also have these design ideas that pop up over on the side, or you can go to the Design tab, and you can see the design ideas clear over on the right. These are just different ways if you want to enhance your slide. If you like the way one of them looks, say I like this particular one right here, I can just select it and it automatically updates my slide. It's ideas to help make your presentation look better. So now I am going to go and add slide 3. So I'm going to come up here and go to the Home tab, and I'm going to go to New Slide, and I'm going to go again select my to content, and I've got my click to add titles, Feel Good Cupcakes. This time I'm going to put the picture on the left side. So I'm going to select Pictures, Insert, and now I'm going to add my text over here on the other side. I don't want a bullet point, so I'm going to come up here to my paragraph, turn that bullet point off, and enter in my first line of text. At the end of my first line, I'm going to go ahead and hit my Tab key because I do want my text indented. I just don't want any bullet points on it. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the rest of my text for this slide. So I have my text entered into my slide. I'm going to go over here to my design ideas, and I really like the way this third one down looks. And so I'm going to select that. And now I'm ready to go to slide 4. On slide 4, I am going to just enter title and content. My title is going to be Life Cycle of a Cupcake. And down here in the bottom placeholder, I am going to enter some SmartArt. Now, SmartArt is just a way that you can have your text display the information in a more pleasing fashion. I am going to use the Cycle SmartArt, and I want this one with arrows pointing around it. So I'm going to say OK. And over here on my first text, I'm going to click and enter my text. Come down here to the next one, enter my information as I go around. I need to add a couple of more spots to my cycle of my cupcake. So I can come over here to the left side of my ribbon and click Add Shape. And now I can add some more information. And I need one more, so I'm going to click Shape again. As you noticed, as I was entering in my text, it was all resizing to fit the area of my SmartArt graphic. And it wasn't only changing the font size in that particular section, it was changing all of them so that they're all uniform. Now I don't want to leave my arrows in my Life Cycle SmartArt green. I want them to be colorful. So up here in the ribbon, I can come to Change Colors. And I'm going to look at these colorful ones. You can see as I move my mouse over them, I can have a live preview of what it would look like. I'm going to choose this first one. I want different colors in there. I want my SmartArt graphic a little bit bigger, so I'm going to just raise the whole check on the corners to make my SmartArt bigger. Now, I want to add a picture in here. I want to go ahead and move this down a little bit, but I want to put a picture in the middle of my life cycle. So I'm going to come up here to Insert, and I'm going to say Pictures. And I'm going to put a picture from this device, and I want this cupcake here, Insert. And now I want to move this around, just kind of center it in my SmartArt graphic here. I already have the alt text there, so I don't need to edit that. And so now I have my life cycle of a cupcake, and I've got my SmartArt, then I have the picture installed in the middle of it. I'm now ready to add my last slide into my presentation, and I want my last slide to be a duplicate of my first slide. So I'm going to come up here and make slide 1 my active slide here. Come up here to New Slide, and right down here it says Duplicate Selected Slides. So if I had more than one slide selected, they would all be selected, but I just want that one. Duplicate Selected Slide. It's going to put it in right after the slide that was the active slide. I want to move it to the last position, so I'm just going to click and hold with my left mouse key and just drag down. So now I'm on slide 5, and I want to go ahead and add a picture to my slide. I want to add a picture of a cupcake to it. So I'm going to come up here to Insert, Pictures, and I've got this picture right here. And I want to remove some of the background on this picture. So I'm going to come up here to where it says Remove Background, and everywhere you see purple is going to be removed from my picture. So I want to mark a couple of areas I want to keep. I want to keep this area right here, and I'm going to say Keep Changes. So now I have this cupcake. I'm going to go ahead and just move it just a little bit, so it looks like it's floating on my slide. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to click on it to select it, come up here to the corners and make it a little bit bigger. And I kind of like the way that looks on the last slide. So I'm going to come back up to my first slide, and I'm going to add another cupcake picture. So I'm going to come up here to Insert, Picture. I'm going to do this first one here, put it over on this side. So now I have all of my slides completed. So that is a real quick and easy way that you could do a presentation in PowerPoint and make your own That's What I Know presentation. Have some fun with it. Enjoy. If you've liked what you've seen today, please click on the subscribe button. Check back for more videos. Have a great day, and maybe go have a cupcake. That's all from Linda's Take. Bye-bye.